has it been since you've had a raise?
About 2 years.
Okay, so not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not so good.
Or not good. I was trying to be positive.
What's the ratio? I mean, what's usually the time spent? I mean, it's usually like 5 years and then a raise, or what's the norm?
Yeah, should you get an annual raise?
I think an employee should teach her boss, whether it be a man or a woman, that they're going to hear from you every year for a job review. If you get them in the habit of thinking they have to take care of you, they will. Once a year.
So Michelle is a year overdue, I guess, because
Yep.
it's been 2 years since she had a raise. Where do we begin?
Well, here, I guess you've made a list of what you're hired for.
Correct.
That's where you begin. You put a line down the middle. Now, why don't you start writing what you've taken on your plate since you've been hired? Because it's such human nature to take on more. Your boss gives you more, and before you know it, you're doing a different job. So why don't you write what you've added to your responsibilities?
Okay.
And while you're right, let me just say something. The reason you want your responsibilities to get a raise is people don't pay you more for coming to work again. They pay you more for doing more for them. So the more you outline your responsibilities and you know, hey, I picked up this, I picked up that, the more money you could ask for. What you want to do is make an appointment with your boss a week in advance and say, could I have 10 minutes of your time sometime next week? I just want to review my job. Sounds innocent. It's not. They always say, yes, I know, I'm a boss, okay? Then you walk in and you say how much you love the boss, how much you love the job, how much you've enjoyed taking on all these new responsibilities with your list in hand, explain all the responsibilities and say, I'd like to be paid more for the responsibilities I've since taken on. It's reasonable. It's hard to argue with that. And the reason you want to look reasonable is you don't want to look like you're holding somebody up. Human people, is there a word? They don't respond well to that, like, give me more money. Like, I always say no when somebody does that to me. Okay?
And you go in with the proof. These are the things. In fact,
Look at
I
all
always
these-
said you should
your
work
job
harder
is
than
almost
anybody
doubled.
else and don't complain about it.
But her job has almost doubled. Look at
show
that.
the
And I bet you
facts.
have more. Okay?
Yes.
One last thing I have to say. Women do not ask for money. I know because I've employed thousands of people. Men ask, women don't ask, with a rare exception. You want to go in and say what you want. I'd like to get between 10 and 15% more in my pay. Is that doable? See what your boss says. Shut your mouth, see what they do. They're on the hot spot.
You're not going to fire you for doing more than your job and for asking something reasonable, right?
Not at all.
Do you
And
think
you know
it makes
what?
a difference if your boss is a man or a woman?
No, no, not at all. Used to be that a woman was a pushover. No more. Would you
Thank
want to ask me
goodness
for a raise?
that.
If I don't want to give it to you? No? No? Okay.